Happy 75th anniversary to the Valley VFW Post 8161. You're watching a special edition of Let the People Know. I'm your host, Jeannine Lesante. I'm glad to be here at the Valley Vets with all these fellas. We have veterans with us, and we're going to learn today about what the VFW does, how you can become a member, and what they do for the veterans and this community. So guys, thank you for joining us here on SSP TV. Jim Casarella is the post commander, and Jim, thanks for organizing this for us. And you know, we really wanted to let people know what the VFW is all about, what you do for the veterans, what you do for this community. So let's start with the history and the background of the VFW.
Okay, the VFW is a nonprofit organization comprised of veterans and eligible military members. The VFW, along with the auxiliary, is dedicated to supporting veterans and also youth activities, scholarships, and community support.
Bring us back. Tell us about the history of the Post.
Well, first, the VFW was created in 1914. Its origins actually go back to 1899. And then Congress chartered the VFW in 1936. Our post was chartered on September the 5th of 1946, immediately following World War II.
Okay, and since then a lot has changed structurally, a lot has changed in the organization with the amount of members that are here.
Yeah, we have different memberships with the VFW. First, the regular members, those that are eligible for a regular membership as a VFW member. We also have our auxiliary memberships, and we have also a social membership. So in order to be eligible for a regular membership, you would have to have served honorably in a foreign land or overseas, having earned a campaign medal or the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, served in Korea after 1946, or also have served in a combat zone where you received imminent danger pay or hostile fire pay.
And have you seen that membership has dwindled over the years?
Unfortunately, it has. Our membership has gone down. Currently, we're at 144 regular members of the Post. I know just maybe about 10 years ago, we probably had 10 to 15 more members than that. So our membership has gone down through the years. This is a private club, but we do a lot in order to support the community. For example, for Memorial Day here in Cunningham, we have an events committee where we bring in the Cunningham Borough, Sugarloaf Township, Valley West Little League, the Valley Chiefs, the reenactors. We make that into a community event, and we form up here on Memorial Day. We have our ceremony at the pavilion, and then we go and we do salutes at different cemeteries, and then come back here and have a ceremony. We have our Boy Scouts help us put flags on the graves before Memorial Day, and then help take them off after Veterans Day. We're contributors for Valley West Little League. Their opening ceremony, we did the color guard for it. Also for the state championship, it was also held at Whispering Willows Park. We did the color guard for that as well, for the national anthem that opened the ceremony for the 8 final teams in the state that came here to compete for the state championship.
So not only are you recognizing veterans and our patriotism, but you're also recognizing and supporting the community of the Cunningham Valley.
We do, and one of the biggest things that we do, Jeannine, is our annual golf tournament. Unfortunately, last year we couldn't have one because of the pandemic. But our golf tournament, we get a lot of support from the local community. We raise money to support veterans and veterans organizations. This past year, we raised over $8,000 and are making three different donations one to the Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors, another one to the Disabled American Veterans Hazleton chapter, keeping it local, and also with Valor Clinic. The last 6 tournaments, we've raised over $66,000, and that's money that we have put back out to help support veterans and veteran organizations.
Good point is you can always donate to the VFW by sending checks to 75 Banks Avenue, Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania 18249. We'll have those numbers on your screen. All that money stays here. It stays local, helping the veterans and the community. And when we come right back here on Let the People Know, again celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Valley Vets Post 8161, we're going to talk about the auxiliary and we're going to meet these fine men behind me. Stay with us. It's the 75th anniversary here at the Valley Vets. We're happy to be here to highlight what the Post does for the veterans and also for the community. Jim Casarella is the Post commander. And we were talking, Jim, before the break about everything that the VFW does for the community. And there's so many things. I know the parade's a really big one for Memorial Day. And there are a lot of people that participate in that and help out as well.
There are, Jeannine, and we couldn't do it without the support of the community. The CVCO, for example, they are very instrumental in helping us, one, get things set up, but also the CVCO building is the backup. If it rains or just inclement weather, we use that facility in order to have an indoor ceremony, thus still being able to support, Veterans Day and in the community. We do numerous funeral details, honor guard throughout the year at different cemeteries.
So there are a lot of things that go into the VFW. It's not just, coming here for a social hour. It's really supporting the community, and for all the money that you're raising, it's going back to support our veterans.
It does. We do put a lot of money back into supporting veterans as much as possible, keeping it locally. Here within the community or within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Now we're going to talk about membership, and then we're going to talk about the auxiliary membership. Carl, we're going to get to you in just a second, but how does someone become a member or find out if they qualified to be a member?
The best thing that a veteran could do is bring in their DD-214, their release from active duty document. We could take a look at that document and do the research for them in order to determine whether or not they would qualify for a regular membership of the Post. Of course, being a veteran, if they don't meet the eligibility requirements for a regular membership of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, we would love to have them as a member of the auxiliary if they qualify, and if not, as a social member here of the Post as well.
And that introduces us to Carl Bush. He's a life member here, and you are in charge of the auxiliary. So Carl, thanks for joining us.
Well, I wouldn't say I was in charge of the auxiliary. I am a life member of the auxiliary. I'm here to kind of explain what the auxiliary is about. The auxiliary's motto is unwavering support for uncommon heroes. And the auxiliary is comprised of men and women, and our goal here is to assist the regular membership, which are the guys that you see sitting around here, in their endeavors. Now, we do things on our own. We do raise money on our own. We have supported the Valley Pantry. Speaking of the parade, our members provide support in stopping traffic and cooking the meal, and cooking the meal at the end of the parade for the hot dogs and hamburgers, or hot dogs and refreshments you might see out there. Now, our auxiliary here is open to men. In 2012, the auxiliary was formed here. It was a women-only organization. In 2015, the VFW changed that and made it just, instead of the VFW Ladies Auxiliary, it became the VFW Auxiliary. So men and women can both join. Now, years ago it wasn't that way, but that has changed. So we have 92 members here. And out of that 92 membership, we have 71 that are life members, which is really a great thing in any VFW. And I would say probably a third to half of that are men. Anybody can join that has had a blood relative, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, brother, son, daughter, etc., that has served and qualifies through the regular VFW. In other words, you had to have a campaign ribbon or you had to be overseas during a conflict. If you have a relative, that makes you eligible to join. Now, you might say, well, why should I join the auxiliary? Well, actually, it's a more personal way to give to our veterans. It's a more profound way. You actually have hands-on work. You work shoulder to shoulder with these guys in all our endeavors up here. We support them. That is what our mission is. In addition, like I said, with the activities that we do have a Valentine's dance here for children that are a little disadvantaged. We have a Christmas party for our children here, and it's open to the community. We really do try to fit in the community. We've donated to the police departments through the auxiliary. The auxiliary really is a powerful part of the VFW, and it helps support the post here. So, if you'd like to step up to the plate and join us and come here and meet some of us, we have applications that are available. They look something like this. They'll tell you what the qualifications are and the form. Our meetings are the second Tuesday of each month. You're welcome to come in and talk to some of the membership about how to join, how to go about it. But it is really a great way to support, not only say, hey, I fly my flag, I support my veterans. That's great, but it's a more profound way to support these guys, get to know them. Some of us are related, some of us are best friends. My golf foursome, unfortunately, are all Vietnam veterans. Unfortunately, we lost 2 of them this year, which is pretty much what Jim talked about losing membership. We lost Jim Coles and we lost Joe Holmes. And, it's sad to see, but it's happening. That's why the auxiliary really is an integral part of the VFW and keeping the post going and aiding these guys in their endeavors.
So again, if you want any information on how to become a member of the auxiliary, you can stop by the post, you can call and get information, or you can come to the meetings.
You can come to the meetings, or if you call here and there happens to be an auxiliary member here, they'll be glad to talk to you. They'll be glad to explain how things work. It's not difficult. A lot of people are afraid to wear uniforms and hats and stuff like that. This is my parade dress uniform I wear in the Memorial Day parade. Other than that, we attend our meetings in t-shirts and all that other stuff. The only thing you shouldn't wear is to wear your cap, during the proceedings at the meeting. But you don't have to do what I'm doing now. I mean, it's pretty laid back, and our mission really isn't to look good, it's really to do good. So, yeah. Well,
thank you for being on the program and
You're welcome.
explaining what the auxiliary does. Again, we're celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Valley Vets here, Post 8161. We come back. Most importantly, we will speak to the veterans behind me. You're watching a special edition of Let the People Know right here on SSP TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to a special Let the People Know. We're here at the Valley Vets. We're excited. 75th anniversary. Jim Casarella is the post commander, and Jim, I know there's going to be some special events happening later on in this year to celebrate the 75th anniversary.
Yes, we're going to have a mass at Red Rock Church. It was kind of our quote-unquote church of the post, if you will.
Okay.
We actually do a salute at Red Rock Cemetery for Memorial Day. So we're going to have a mass there, and then we're going to come back here to the post and have a catered meal for all the veterans and the auxiliary members that are able to make it. And that event will be on November the 14th.
Okay. And now the exact day of the anniversary, and I know this is playing all month to celebrate, but what is the exact date of the anniversary of the post?
The exact date of the anniversary of our post is September the 5th.
Very, very nice.
We were chartered in September the 5th of 1946.
Very good. And now, without further ado, we'd like to introduce you to some of the veterans who are active members here at the VFW.
We'll start here first with Donald Yannick.
All right, so take it away. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a lifetime VFW member here at the post. I hold the office of Judge Advocate. I'm also on the Honor Guard, and I'm a Vietnam vet. I was in Vietnam from October of '68 to October of '69.
Well, thank you for your service.
You're quite welcome.
Okay.
The next is George Demko.
I'm the post quartermaster. I've been a member of the post since 1962. I've been the commander in 1981 to 1982, and then took over the quartermaster duties. And I served in Taiwan during the second Taiwanese crisis, and that's where I earned my medal.
Well, thank you for your service.
Next is Roy Cuck.
Yes?
Come on, Roy, tell us about yourself. You're the personality of the group.
Oh, you're right, sure. Okay, my name is Roy Cuck. I was in the United States Navy. I served in Vietnam from the Mekong Delta to the DMZ, called Brown Water. I was on the supply ship, but I went on the small boats also. And it was touch and go, okay? But I earned my medals there, all my ribbons.
And how important is it that we recognize what the VFW does and what the veterans do for us?
It keeps us going and keeps us active, main thing. If I didn't have this to do, I don't know, I'd sit home, watch TV or something, but I'm active here and I get jobs to do and I do the best I can at them, yes.
Well, thank you for your service as well.
And next is Bruce Huttenstein.
And tell us a little bit about you, Bruce.
First of all, the vets here, I'm a Shriner and a Mason.
Okay.
And the vets here help us. They donated $500 to the Shriners Hospital.
Okay.
And that just happened a couple of weeks ago. I'm Secretary Treasurer of the Greater Hazelton Shrine Club. And I'm pretty busy for being 89.
God love you.
And I was in the Korean War aboard the Wisconsin. It's a battleship. We went right over and relieved the USS New Jersey. It started in 1950 and was over in '53. And my ship got hit, as I showed you there. And I'm at least here to talk about it.
I can't imagine even being at war and what you've all have done for our country and really the community showing their support for the veterans by participating here, volunteering their time, hanging their flags, and showing their honor. So we appreciate your
That's
service.
70 years ago already.
Yeah, and I'm sure you remember every part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, for being on the show, and also donating your time here to give back to the community. Again, the membership is open for auxiliary or for the post. They can come in. They can check out the Facebook page if they want. It is the 75th anniversary. I know that donations are always being made, so if you're looking to make a donation to a cause that stays local, supports local, this is definitely a good one to donate to. In closing, your remarks, Jim.
Well, like you said, we are accepting new members. Please come into the post. If you want to become a member, you don't know if you qualify for a regular membership or auxiliary or even come to be a social member of the post. We are accepting new members, and we hope that you would stop in and see what we do, and hopefully this helps people understand more of what we do throughout the community here to help veterans and veteran organizations.
Well, I hope you 75 plus more years here and growing your membership every single day.
Thank you, Jeannine.
All right, and thank you guys. And again, thank you for all you do and all of your service. Again, support the vets, support local. You're watching a special edition of Let the People Know. Happy 75th anniversary to the Valley Vets, and we'll see you next time.